Here we are. Ange Postecoglou told Tottenham fans to go crazy, enjoy the early season success because there will be downtimes. Welcome to the downtimes. Beaten by Wolves, questioning of the depth, obviously, of talent that he has at his disposal, given a couple, including to James Maddison, injuries that are season-ending, Robbie. It's a tough time.
Yeah, it is. And look, I said this at the start of the season, that injuries would be key for Tottenham because they don't have the depth of Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City or even the Uniteds. But they're still in a very good position. Put things in perspective. The Chelsea game, 9 men, 4-1, really flattered Chelsea. They scored 2 in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
This game, they're winning 1-0 in the 90th minute. And it's just the way football is. And he said it after. I thought he handled his post-game press conference really well, where he said that's the pain of football. He said we inflicted it on Sheffield United, where Sheffield United were winning 1-0 at Spurs. Yep. And then they scored in the 91st and 98th minute and won. So this was the time when Ange was saying, yeah, I'm not going to burst people's bubbles. Let him enjoy it because it might not last. And, you know, you've just alluded to it. You've got to love the English press. Yep. I mean, 2 games, and you can explain both games really as a little bit touch unlucky, but it's doom and gloom all of a sudden. But the problem is, Candace, is that James Maddison is a real key. Yeah. So that is a big blow. Udegaard and Romero were missing. They were the red-carded players against Chelsea. But Ange won't change his style. No. He will. That's, you know, we're saying in the green room, what's his plan B? He doesn't have one. It's do plan A better. In the EPL, they've got Villa next and then Man City. So it's going to be, they've got 2 really tough games coming up that it's going to be pretty vital that they win at least one of those. Yeah, well, it's going to be difficult because, you know, we've talked about the players out. This big centre-half has done his hamstring. That's 6 weeks minimum because he could barely walk off. Spoke about James Maddison, but Aston Villa are just 1 point behind them. They're a great side. They've got some great players in there. Douglas Luiz, Ollie Watkins, who plays for England, is scoring goals for fun. So they're well managed. So, look, Ange would have known that this was... And he's always said...
He won't panic, will he?
He won't panic. He said this is a long-term thing.
Is it OK if I panic?
Well, because you're Tony's jumped on the bandwagon. He's upset. But he's still
don't worry, he'll jump off quick too.
And I said to Ange, and I said to Graham, I said, the worst thing that could happen is Tony Squires has jumped on the bandwagon. Because look what he did to Swans.
And the Dragons. Well, the dirtiest 4-letter word in the English language is hope. And he gave me hope, and now it's just leading to disappointment.
But do you think that he's only 2 points away from City at the top of the table?
That's true.
But will the Spurs fans or the English media turn on him if he loses the next couple?
Yep.
Really? That's where I think he's put on a masterclass, Robbie, is he's so honest and he's so candid in the way that he answers all of the media questions. I actually think he's shown a lot of other coaches in other sporting codes how to best play the press. He's been a genius at it.
He's been a genius, and everyone says that, like in the social media. We've never seen anyone like this before, honest and funny and very down-to-earth, and answers all the questions. Now, when I say will they come after him if they lose the next couple of games, you mentioned it's Villa and Man City, so they're difficult games. The fans won't. The fans love him. And I think you'll see enough in those games, even if they do stumble again, that he has a picture of what's coming.
Love it. All right. A couple of weeks ago, Robbie told us on this very show that the best thing for Nestory Irankunda would be to stay with the A-League and resist overseas offers.
Yep.
He obviously listened. He's going to Bayern Munich.
Yes.
They knocked on his door. He couldn't resist. What was it, a $3 million kind of contract or something?
£3 million transfer fee. And yeah, if he gets sold on, obviously there'll be add-ons there for Adelaide. Look, he's a wonderful young talent. You know, he's shown with his red card that, you know, he's a kid. His kids are going to make mistakes. There's a long way to go. There was a boy called Graham Cole that went to Newcastle last season, same sort of fanfare. He's now playing in the Dutch on loan, first division, not getting a game, and they're bottom of the league. So it's a tough world over there. I think the great thing is he's going there, he's going to play the rest of the season in the A-League, but yeah, he's a super talent.
How big is this for Adelaide? Because this will be one of the biggest transfers in Australian history, and that £3 million will really help support that club, because we know clubs like Perth Glory and Newcastle, they're struggling.
Well, I did get a call from the technical director of Adelaide and saying, can I please stop telling Irankunda he should stay because we want the money. Which is fair enough.
Love it. All right, nobody likes false modesty, and Wellington Phoenix star Oscar Zavado was showing none of it here.
That you could be the best striker in the league. Is that belief there now for you?
I am the best striker in the league.
That's great that you believe that and your coach believes that as well.
That is so good. He's a good player.
He's very good. He's 29 games Polish striker, so he's one of their foreign players, and he's 29 games he scored 19 goals. But like, he's the best. He'll tell you.
I love that attitude because they're the players you want when the game's 1-1, and they'll walk into the fight. guys that aren't like that will go, oh, where's that player? And they're the players that win your comps.
You want strikers to think like that.
Yeah.
So Alan Shearer was like that, and that's a big analogy, but for the striker, the great ones just think, well, I'm going to play today, I'm going to score.
Yeah.
Yeah, and invariably they do.